Why do we forget? The brain was never built to remember everything right now. Your brain is doing something extraordinary. It is listening to every word, noticing the light around you, measuring the temperature of the room, feeling your clothes against your skin, tracking your breathing, monitoring your heartbeat, filtering thousands of sounds, recognizing colors, shapes, movement, faces, smells. Every single second, your senses collect an astonishing amount of information, far more than your conscious mind could ever process. Yet tomorrow, you will remember only a tiny fraction of it. Most of this moment will disappear forever. Not because your brain failed, because it was designed that way. The greatest mystery of human memory is not why we forget. The greatest mystery is why we remember anything at all. Imagine trying to record every second of your entire life. Every conversation, every leaf you ever saw, every cloud, every face in every crowd, every sound, every step, every heartbeat. By the end of one ordinary day, the amount of information would be overwhelming. If your brain stored everything with equal importance, finding a single useful memory would become nearly impossible. Imagine searching for one page inside a library containing every newspaper ever printed. The information would still exist, but it would be almost impossible to use. The brain solved this problem long before humans ever understood it. It became selective. Memory was never designed to be perfect. It was designed to be useful. The story begins with your senses. Every sight, every sound, every smell, every touch, every taste, all of them arrive as electrical signals. The eyes transform light into neural activity. The ears convert vibrations into electrical impulses. Tiny receptors across your body continuously report changes in the world around you. For a brief moment, this information enters what scientists call asterisk sensory memory. Think of it as the brain's waiting room. Everything arrives. Almost nothing stays. Visual information lingers for only a fraction of a second. Sounds remain just slightly longer. Most of it disappears almost immediately. Not because it wasn't important, because the brain must decide what deserves further attention. Suppose someone says your name across a crowded room. Suddenly, your attention changes. Among hundreds of conversations, your brain selects one. Information that receives attention moves into another system. Sonvermutssprachung. Memory. Sonvermutssprachung. Asterisk. Working memory is remarkably small. It is the space where conscious thinking happens, where you solve problems. Remember a phone number for a few moments. Follow directions. Read a sentence. It is like the desk on which your brain places the information it is currently using. The desk is limited. When something new arrives, something old often leaves. Your brain is constantly deciding what deserves that precious space. But what determines importance? Why do you remember one conversation, yet forget another only minutes later? Part of the answer lies in attention. Imagine reading a book while someone quietly speaks nearby. If your attention remains focused on the book, you may never remember the conversation at all. Not because your ears failed, because your brain never decided to keep it. Attention acts like a spotlight. Only the information inside that light has a greater chance of becoming a lasting memory. The rest quietly fades away. Then, another remarkable structure joins the story. The hippocampus. Hidden deep within the brain, it plays a critical role in helping form many new memories. Think of the hippocampus as a skilled librarian. Every day, millions of experiences arrive. Some are important. Some are temporary. Some should remain for years. Others only need to survive for minutes. The hippocampus helps organize this extraordinary flow of information. It does not work alone. Many regions of the brain cooperate, but without the hippocampus, forming certain new memories becomes profoundly difficult. One of the most famous discoveries in neuroscience came from studying patients with damage to this region. Some could remember events from long ago, yet struggle to create new long-term memories. Their lives reveal just how essential this tiny structure truly is. Memory is not created all at once. It is built in stages. Imagine pouring concrete. At first, it is soft, easy to disturb. Given enough time, it hardens, becoming stronger. Something similar happens inside the brain. Researchers call this process downmapped memory consolidation. Connections between neurons become stronger. New pathways are reinforced. The memory becomes more stable. But this process takes time, and one of its greatest partners is sleep. Think back to the episode about dreams. While you sleep, your brain remains astonishingly active. Scientists believe sleep plays a vital role in strengthening many newly formed memories. Experiences from the day are reorganized. Connections are reinforced. Some information becomes easier to recall. Other details quietly disappear. Imagine a librarian working overnight after the library closes. Books are returned to shelves. Duplicates are removed. Important collections are carefully organized. By morning, the library is ready for another day. Your sleeping brain may be doing something surprisingly similar. But perhaps the strangest discovery is this. The brain actively chooses to forget. For generations, forgetting was viewed as failure, a weakness, a flaw. Modern neuroscience suggests something very different. Forgetting may be one of the brain's greatest strengths. Imagine trying to drive while remembering every single traffic light you have ever passed, every license plate, every cloud, every leaf. Your thoughts would become buried beneath endless information. Instead, the brain removes much of what it no longer needs. Not because it is careless, because efficiency is essential. The brain is constantly asking, will this help us survive tomorrow? If the answer is no, the memory may gradually weaken. Scientists have proposed several reasons why memories disappear. Sometimes, the connections between neurons naturally weaken when they are rarely used. Sometimes, new learning may interfere with older information. Sometimes, the memory itself changes each time it is recalled. Because memory is not like opening a video file. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it. The memory becomes active again, then it is stored once more. During that process, small changes may occur. The memory is alive, not frozen. This explains one of life's most familiar experiences. You walk into another room. Suddenly, you stop. Why did you come here? The answer seems to vanish completely. Then, you walk back to where you started. Instantly, you remember. This phenomenon happens because memory depends heavily on context. Your surroundings become part of the retrieval process. The brain links information together, change the environment, and finding the memory sometimes becomes more difficult. Return to the original place, and the brain suddenly discovers the missing connection. It is almost as if your surroundings whisper the answer. Emotion changes everything. Imagine 2 ordinary days. One passes without anything unusual. The other includes an extraordinary event. Perhaps your graduation, your wedding, the birth of a child, a frightening accident, or hearing unexpected news. Years later, which day do you remember more clearly? Emotion acts like a highlighter inside the brain. Experiences associated with strong emotion are often remembered more vividly than routine moments. Not because every emotional memory is perfectly accurate, but because the brain pays closer attention. It decides, this matters. Keep this. Every day, your brain performs countless invisible decisions. Keep, discard, strengthen, forget. You never hear those conversations. They happen beneath awareness, quietly, constantly, without stopping. And perhaps the most astonishing part is this. You trust your memory almost completely. You believe it faithfully records your life. Yet memory is not a recording device. It is an active storyteller. Choosing, editing, organizing, protecting, shaping your understanding of the past. Which raises an extraordinary question. If memory is constantly changing, how certain can we ever be that what we remember is exactly what happened? Because in the next part of our journey, we'll discover something even stranger. Your brain can create memories that never actually happened. And once they exist, they can feel just as real as the truth. The memories that never leave. Close your eyes for a moment and think about your earliest memory. Perhaps you remember your first day at school, a birthday celebration, a family vacation, the sound of someone's voice, the smell of your grandmother's kitchen, the face of someone you loved. It feels real, almost as if you could step back into that moment. But here is one of the most astonishing discoveries in neuroscience. That memory may not be exactly as it happened. Not because you are lying, not because your brain is broken, because memory was never designed to be a perfect recording. It was designed to help you understand the world, and understanding is very different from recording. Imagine using a camera. Every photograph captures one frozen moment. Nothing changes afterward. Memory does not work that way. Every time you remember something, your brain opens that memory again. It becomes active, flexible. For a brief period, it can be strengthened, updated, or slightly changed before being stored again. Scientists call this process memory reconsolidation. In other words, every act of remembering has the potential to reshape the memory itself. Most changes are small, often unnoticed, but over many years, a memory can slowly evolve. Not because your brain wants to deceive you, because it is constantly trying to build the most useful version of the past. This brings us to one of the strangest phenomena in psychology: Neuroscientists memories. Neuroscientists memories. Imagine two siblings remembering the same family holiday. Both tell the story with complete confidence, yet their memories disagree. One remembers heavy rain. The other remembers bright sunshine. One insists a conversation happened. The other is certain it never did. How is that possible? Because memory is reconstructive. The brain fills in missing pieces using expectations, emotions, later experiences, and related knowledge. Most of the time, this system works remarkably well. But occasionally, it creates details that were never actually there. Researchers have demonstrated that, under certain experimental conditions, people can develop vivid memories of events that did not happen exactly as remembered. These findings do not mean memory is unreliable all the time. They simply remind us that memory is dynamic, not perfect, not fixed, human. Now think about a memory that has stayed with you for years, perhaps the happiest day of your life, or one of the hardest. Why do some memories remain crystal clear, while thousands of ordinary days disappear? The answer lies partly in emotion. Deep inside the brain, another small structure begins working alongside the hippocampus, the amygdala. Earlier in this series, we met the amygdala as part of the brain's alarm system. It also plays an important role in processing emotionally significant experiences. When an event carries intense emotion, whether joy, fear, surprise, or sadness, the amygdala signals that this experience deserves special attention. The brain responds by strengthening many aspects of that memory, not because emotion guarantees perfect accuracy, but because emotionally important events are more likely to matter for future survival and decision-making. This is why many people remember exactly where they were during major life events. Not every detail, but the feeling, the atmosphere, the moment life suddenly changed. Yet memory has another fascinating characteristic. It protects us. Imagine remembering every embarrassing mistake, every painful conversation, every disappointment. With perfect clarity forever, life would become overwhelming. Forgetting helps create emotional balance. Many difficult memories gradually lose some of their emotional intensity over time. The events themselves may remain, but the emotional response often changes. This process allows healing. It allows life to continue. The brain is not only preserving the past, it is helping prepare you for the future. Unfortunately, memory does not always change gently. Some diseases affect it profoundly. One of the best-known examples is Alzheimer's disease. In Alzheimer's disease, changes gradually occur within the brain that interfere with communication between neurons and eventually lead to the loss of brain cells. Memory often becomes one of the earliest noticeable changes. At first, someone may forget recent conversations, misplace familiar objects, repeat the same questions. As the disease progresses, recognizing familiar places or loved ones can become increasingly difficult. Alzheimer's does *, erase a lifetime overnight. It is a gradual process. Researchers around the world continue studying its causes, risk factors, and potential treatments. Each year, science moves a little closer to understanding this complex condition. The study of memory is entering an extraordinary new era. Modern brain imaging allows scientists to observe living brains performing memory tasks. Researchers can watch networks of neurons become active during learning. Artificial intelligence helps analyze enormous amounts of neurological data. Brain-computer interface research is exploring ways to restore certain forms of communication or function in people with severe neurological injuries. Scientists are also investigating technologies that may one day help support memory in specific medical conditions. These ideas remain areas of active research. Many challenges remain, but the progress of neuroscience over the past few decades has been extraordinary. The more we learn, the more remarkable the human brain becomes. Perhaps the greatest surprise is that forgetting itself may be a sign of a healthy brain. Imagine a computer that never deleted anything. Every email, every temporary file, every mistake, every duplicate. Eventually, finding useful information would become slower and more difficult. The brain faces a similar challenge. Every day, it receives an astonishing amount of information. Most of it is temporary. Most of it is no longer useful after the moment passes. By allowing unimportant details to fade, the brain makes room for what matters most. Learning, adapting, creating new memories. Forgetting is not simply loss, it is organization. Think about your own life. You probably cannot remember what you ate exactly 1 month ago on this day, or every shirt you wore last year, or every face you passed on the street yesterday. But you remember the people who changed your life, the places that shaped you, the moments that made you laugh, the moments that made you cry, the memories that helped define who you became. Perhaps the brain understood something long before we did. A meaningful life is not measured by the number of moments remembered. It is measured by the moments worth remembering. Every experience leaves a trace. Some become permanent chapters, others become brief notes, many disappear completely. Yet even forgotten experiences may still influence you. They shape habits, skills, instincts, preferences, the things you know without remembering how you learned them. Memory is larger than conscious recall. It is woven into the person you become. So why do we forget? Not because the brain is careless, not because memory is weak, but because memory is selective. It is constantly asking, what will help us tomorrow? What deserves to stay? What can quietly fade away? Perhaps forgetting was never the opposite of remembering. Perhaps the two have always worked together. One making room, the other filling that space with what truly matters. Because if the brain remembered every single moment, every sound, every face, every word, it might never have enough space to build the next memory, and life would stop moving forward. The greatest gift of memory is not that it preserves everything, it is that it preserves enough to recognize the people we love, enough to learn from yesterday, enough to imagine tomorrow, and perhaps that is exactly what the human brain was designed